Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Teresa Giudice tax liens latest legal trouble for Real Housewives cast. The recent news that reality TV personality Teresa Giudice and her second husband owe more than $3 million combined in taxes marks the latest bout of legal trouble for the Real Housewives of New Jersey star. Giudice, the only cast member to appear in all 14 seasons of the Garden State edition of the franchise, served jail time on various fraud charges along with her then-husband a decade ago. She was sentenced to 15 months as part of a plea deal and was released after 11 months in December 2015. But Giudice is far from the only housewife to find herself in hot water over the course of the show. Several of the 17 cast members throughout the RHONG run have dealt with issues of their own, from lawsuits filed by and against them to alleged association with criminal activity. Here is a recap of some of the housewives' legal woes over the years. A cast member on the first 2 seasons of the show, Staub has perhaps the most bizarre and complex background of any of the women. Much of her alleged criminal history comes from the 1986 book Cop Without a Badge profiling Kevin Maher, an FBI informant to whom she was briefly married in the 1980s. The allegations in the book, which Staub says are largely untrue, claim Staub worked as a prostitute under the name Beverly Ann Merrill and got involved in the Miami drug trade. She faced felony charges including extortion, cocaine possession, and narcotics conspiracy, but received just 5 years probation after agreeing to cooperate with authorities. Staub's past took center stage near the end of the first season of Real Housewives, when she confronted other cast members who learned about the rumors in the book. Her response to the allegations led to a dinner party argument which escalated with Giudice's infamous table flip. The longest tenured cast member aside from Giudice, appearing as a guest on Season 2 and as part of the main cast from Season 3 on, Gorga was sued by her former business partner, with whom she operated a clothing boutique called Envy by Melissa Gorga. Jackie Beard Robinson alleged Gorga pocketed money from the store and used a credit card for her own personal use. In 2017, she filed a $30 million lawsuit against Gorga and television host Andy Cohen, claiming the two defamed her by discussing Robinson on an episode of Cohen's Watch What Happens Live. The case was eventually dropped amid numerous delays during the COVID-19 pandemic. Marquise, who only appeared in Season 6 of the show, and her husband James were part of a pair of lawsuits involving allegations of domestic violence aboard a Virgin America flight in 2016. The couple sued the airline for false imprisonment after police escorted them off a flight in April 2016. A flight attendant allegedly told authorities that James Marquise choked and threatened his wife during a flight from Los Angeles to New Jersey, but the Marquises claimed no such incident occurred. Virgin responded with a countersuit in early 2017, claiming the couple lied about the incident and made numerous defamatory statements about the airline to media outlets. Both parties dropped their suits in 2018. A cast member on the first 5 seasons of Real Housewives, Manzo filed a lawsuit against Bravo, the network that produces the show, in early 2024. The suit alleged she was sexually assaulted by the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Alan Brandi Glanville during filming of a spin-off show a year earlier. The suit accuses Bravo of providing the cast with alcohol to get intoxicated and allowing the sexual harassment among cast members, because that is good for ratings. Cantin, Manzo's sister, and also a former Real Housewives cast member, and her now-husband David were beaten and bound with zip ties while walking in on a burglary at their Holdell townhouse in 2017. This came 2 years after David Cantin was assaulted by an alleged mafia member hired by Dana Cantin's ex-husband Thomas. Thomas Manzo, whose brother Albert is married to Caroline Manzo, was convicted for his role in the 2015 attack and was sentenced in October to 7 years in prison. Though not a legal issue, Aiden, one of 7 cast members in the most recent Real Housewives season, caused controversy earlier this year after arguing with customers and employees in a Jersey Mike's sandwich shop. Aiden aired her frustrations over what she described as slow service and long wait times at the restaurant in a since-deleted Instagram video. She allegedly berated an employee for taking too long to prepare her sandwich and, after attempting to modify her order, called a customer a freaking jerk
Teresa
for not
Giudice,
allowing her to do so. A name synonymous with the Real Housewives of New Jersey, has long been a subject of public fascination, both for her larger-than-life personality and her tumultuous legal journey. One of the most high-profile and ongoing stories that have surrounded her involves her struggle with financial troubles and tax liens, a saga that seems to have taken new twists and turns over the years. Teresa's latest legal trouble centers around a series of unresolved tax liens, an issue that continues to cast a shadow on her once glamorous life as a reality TV star. From bankruptcy battles to federal charges, this part of Teresa's story is one that remains unresolved, yet continues to make headlines. The rise and fall. From glamour to financial woes. Teresa Giudice's financial issues date back well before her time on The Real Housewives of New Jersey. In 2013, her life took a major turn when she and her husband, Joe Giudice, were convicted of multiple counts of fraud, including tax evasion and filing false bankruptcy claims. The charges stemmed from a time when the couple allegedly hid income and assets in order to evade paying taxes, all while living a luxurious lifestyle that suggested financial success. For many fans of the show, this revelation seemed jarring. Teresa, who had built a career as a successful entrepreneur with her cookbooks, business ventures, and appearances on the Bravo reality show, was now being thrust into the realm of legal and financial turmoil. Joe's conviction resulted in a 41-month prison sentence, while Teresa, the more public face of the Giudice family, was sentenced to 15 months in prison, serving nearly a year behind bars before her release in 2015. While her time in prison certainly tarnished her public image, it also catapulted Teresa into a new phase of her career. She came out of her legal woes with a renewed sense of purpose, appearing on RHONJ and releasing more books. However, even though Teresa's career rebounded somewhat, the financial skeletons that had been hidden for years continued to haunt her. Tax liens, the ghosts of financial decisions past. Despite her apparent success following her release, the Giudices' financial woes didn't disappear overnight. The family had to contend with the aftermath of their legal battles, and part of that involved paying back millions in restitution. Teresa's income from her various ventures was partly earmarked to pay off these debts, but reports of tax liens continued to follow her. In fact, Teresa and Joe had had multiple run-ins with the Internal Revenue Service, IRS, since the conviction, and tax liens have been filed against them over the years for unpaid back taxes. Tax liens are essentially legal claims against property when a person fails to pay owed taxes, and they are a serious mark on one's financial history. For someone like Teresa, whose wealth and public image have always been intertwined, these liens represented a new legal headache she could not simply brush off. In 2019, reports emerged that Teresa had faced another round of tax liens due to failure to pay her personal taxes for several years. While her legal team often disputed the details and claimed she had been working on paying off the debts, the public nature of the liens was a significant blow to her image. These liens were just another chapter in a long saga of financial mismanagement, and they seemed to serve as a constant reminder of her past mistakes. Teresa's financial strategy. Will she ever be free? So, how does Teresa Giudice plan to move past her financial struggles and tax woes? Over the years, Teresa has been open about the challenges she has faced and her determination to overcome them. She's claimed to have learned valuable lessons from her time behind bars, stating that her priorities have shifted. Her focus now, as she continues her career in the entertainment industry and expands her business empire, is on building a stable and secure future. In terms of her finances, Teresa has worked hard to generate a steady stream of income. She signed lucrative contracts with RHONJ, further solidified her position as a celebrity chef and author, and even launched her own line of products. She also began making regular appearances on talk shows and podcasts, which kept her in the public eye and continued to fuel her brand. However, despite her best efforts, Teresa's financial issues have not completely evaporated. The reality is that her tax liens and legal troubles continue to linger in the background. At the heart of these issues is a fundamental question: can Teresa ever truly be free of her financial past? Even as she works toward a future of financial stability, the ghosts of unpaid taxes and lingering liens continue to loom large.